Hi there, it's Ryan Liberty, and in this video I'm going to answer the question, what is Depersonalization Derealization Disorder? Sounds like a lot of things. Let's find out. Okay, we're ready. Let's find out what Depersonalization Derealization Disorder is. Try saying that fast. Well, first, before I get to what it is and what it feels like, I just have to say that this is not diagnostic criteria that I'm saying here in this video. This is just a quick description of what's going on in this disorder, pointer to behaviors that you may be experiencing or feelings or thoughts. So do not use this to diagnose anybody. Only a trained professional should be doing that for you. And also, this is just a label. So if it bothers you in any way, if it doesn't feel comfortable for you to use this label, you don't have to use it. Again, it's just to point you towards a set of behaviors or experiences that you or a loved one may be going through. So with all that said, Depersonalization Derealization Disorder is the putting together of two different experiences which kind of go hand in hand, and those are depersonalization and derealization. So these are both dissociative states. It's a dissociative disorder, but it's something that also shows up as a result of trauma. But we'll get into what it is now. I've got my notes. And depersonalization and derealization are separate things. So depersonalization is feeling detached from yourself, feeling like you're maybe outside your body as an observer or watching your body, feeling like your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, all those things are not really of your own. They're just kind of happening. You may find that there's a distorted sense of time. You may feel kind of numb to the way you're experiencing things, and that's what depersonalization is. Derealization is sort of an opposite effect of that. It's feeling like the world around you is not real, like you're living in kind of a dreamlike state. Things feel foggy, they feel distorted, like they're bending or moving, not like a hallucination, not like a delusion, but there's just this sense that things aren't quite real. And they also feel like kind of bland and like they've lost their color or their excitement. It's just kind of like you're not connected to reality because reality doesn't seem real. Now, part of both of these is that reality testing remains intact. So you are aware, like, yes, that is reality, and yes, this is me, but you're confused by it, so you're constantly checking to make sure, like, is this what's going on? Like, this is reality, right? This is me. Again, that distinguishes it from a delusion where you kind of just believe it. There's distress in your everyday life as a result of all of this. It's not attributable to a substance or to a medication. It's a psychological phenomenon, and it's not something that you can explain better from a different mental disorder or from other dissociative mental disorders. If we're going to use this disorder label, this is something that's exclusively happening for here. The good news about all of this is that it's something that can be treated. You can treat it in a number of different ways: cognitive behavioral therapy, dialectical behavioral therapy, EMDR, psychoanalysis, medication, family therapy. So really the best idea would just be to go in and see somebody and give them an idea of what you're experiencing, and they can put together a plan with you to treat the symptoms. So what does it feel like to have depersonalization derealization disorder in your body? Well, depending on the way it's manifesting, you may feel disconnected from your body. You may have that foggy feeling. You could feel like you're lightheaded very often, or you're numb. And you may have some anxiety in reaction to feeling all of these things. So you may feel a little on edge, a little confused. You may feel like you're having an out-of-body experience, and you may feel kind of like robotic and mechanical in the way that you do things. You may find that the reality around you seems distorted. And again, you may have some of that time distortion where an hour feels like a few minutes, or a few minutes feels like a much longer time. So all of that would be the way your body experiences this. You've got thoughts going through your head, and typically for both depersonalization and derealization, the thoughts are hard to articulate. It's hard to articulate what you're experiencing to somebody, So typically what you think is, I'm going crazy. And that's what the thought will be going through your head. I must be going crazy. I'm going crazy. You also have thoughts like, I am nobody. I have no self. I have no identity. I don't feel my feelings. They're not my feelings. My thoughts don't feel like mine. My head feels like it's kind of like fuzzy and foggy. You may have trouble keeping a train of thought, like because you don't feel connected to your thoughts. It just feels like it's kind of flowing and you can't really connect them. You may have a hard time remembering things. So all that's the way it affects you as far as your thoughts. Now, emotionally, you're probably going to feel numb, what's known as a blunted affect. So things don't affect you the same way that they would other people. You just kind of, there's no connection to the emotion. You may feel confused, bored because there's no emotion. Everything kind of seems lifeless around you. You may find yourself kind of frightened by this experience of feeling like everything is so real and unreal, and confusing. And a typical experience also is that there's a fear that maybe your brain has been damaged in some way. And as far as the way we behave when this is going on, the only behavior that really kind of shows up is that we are constantly checking to make sure what's happening is really happening. So you're checking like, am I really, this is my body, this is my arm, or you're checking like, am I really seeing what I'm seeing? Is this, am I dreaming? Like, what is this? And you may also check in with others to confirm that what's happening is really happening in front of you. But that's just a quick overview of what it's like for Depersonalization Derealization Disorder. I hope that points you towards a better understanding of it and a more human perspective. And if you or a loved one is experiencing it, I hope that helps you. So I thank you for checking in. If you've got any questions or comments, please leave them below. Thanks again. Hey, it's Ryan Liberty. If you like that video, please give it a thumbs up, share with a friend, and leave any questions or comments down below because that would really help me out. If you're somebody who's gone through a traumatic event and you're feeling cut off from the people around you, I have a free course that will help with that, so please click to get it. And if you'd like to see the rest of my videos, please click subscribe. As always, I want to remind you that your life matters. Nobody can question your worth. However it is that you're feeling, whatever it is that you're going through, it's okay, and you are loved. Thanks again for watching.